The inspiration for Howdy Homemade was Coach Gene Stallings' book, Another Season, which chronicled the life of his son, Johnny, who was born with Down syndrome. I wanted to do a business, and I wanted to do a restaurant, and I believe that it's mostly about people, not about food. What I love with what we're trying to do here, and it's a team of people that are trying to say, you know what, we will take whoever God brings in our doors, we'll take them and we'll try and train them. The saddest thing in life to see is potential in someone that's never realized. And when I saw Coleman Jones serving the whole Highland Park football team at my restaurant, we're short-staffed, and he's in there working with a smile, you just know right away, there's a leader right away. People notice that when they walk in the room, and that's Coleman Jones. That's the first thing you notice about him, is he is a leader. And that's what we see in our employees. That's what we see in Coleman.
I like being the head of the family here. It's done so much for me here, and I'm glad to have Howdy part of my life. I knew that Tom saw something in me when I was serving, and he said, call me anytime. And so I am now trying to work here full time and spend more time here. I am the vice president, and I also run the employees, and I help them serve the ice cream. I also work the cash register and help the employees on the cash register. And I think I've been doing a great job of teaching the employees.
I think perhaps in any journey, in anything, we're ultimately looking for hope, and it's something we search for. We want to buy, we want to earn, we want whatever, and there is no better group of people with hope than the parents of kids with special needs.
People rise to meet expectations. I see it over and over and over in Coleman's life. But really, Tom's expectations are so far beyond really even what mine are. And so we really were so excited about Howdy, and we have been amazed at how Tom, really, he has to be led by the Lord, because I can't figure out how he comes up with the great ideas that he does.
I think I'm probably the most asked parent of, do you have a child with, and then they have to whisper, special needs, and it's an interesting, I hope we can move away from that whisper, but I don't have a child with special needs, but from just talking to so many parents that do, that it seems that something like Howdy Homemade is just been on their mind for so long to do. I think Howdy will be a failure if Coleman doesn't own this business in a couple years. And the more you're around people with special needs, the less you see of their disability. Because if we're honest, not a lot of people out there have the privilege to have a buddy or a friend or a coworker like Coleman.
Ever since I started, he's been a very kind boss. Tom's like a one-man show here. He really knows how to hit the ball out of the park. And I believe that Tom, as a gracious, well-thought man and very humble, can be the nicest, most understanding person.
Our desire for our employees, for the Coleman Jones, is for them to have the American dream, for them to own their own business, for them to own their own home, for everything, that there just are no limitations. I absolutely can't wait until I hand Coleman the keys to this place and say, you're working and I'm going fishing. And I absolutely see that day happening. That my hope is that Coleman will remain humble and know that this is not about him at all. It's about what God can do through him. I think what we're going to see is just all over the country, throughout all sorts of restaurants and other businesses, more and more people with special needs being employed. And that each person's step and journey at Howdy is just something that will hopefully propel them out into the world to do bigger and better things.